So here we go. What are we reviewing today?
We are reviewing a comic I didn't think I was going to like because you suggested it.
She never believes me.
But Eugenic. And who wrote it?
James Tynion,
who I've never read before.
Eryk Donovan is the artist. And D. Cuniff.
Cuniff.
Cuniffe is the colorist. And we have
Jim Campbell was a letterer.
Yes.
Yes. So what is Eugenic about for all you people who, like me, have never read James Tynion and had no idea what this was?
It's a science fiction horror comic, and it's set in a an apocalyptic world because people are getting this virus and they're dying, and this mad scientist comes out and he decides he's going to save everyone. And also what this virus is doing is it's causing people to be infertile, kind of like children of men.
Yeah, people are, they get pregnant, but the births, they're all stillbirths, so no one's having a live child. Well, that's what that means. No one's having a baby that lives past birth. And that, of course, is extremely troubling to a society as a whole because
Extinction.
Exactly, we're going to become extinct. So this scientist, he developed a vaccine. No.
It's a vaccine. He gives everyone this vaccine to stop the virus, but in turn the vaccine causes people to have babies that are different.
Babies that look very different from a human child.
Yes.
Can I say what the name of the thing is called?
Yes, they're Newmans.
And this is a complete disruption of society in general.
Because what James Tynion does in his storytelling is he cuts between different different points in time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is at the very beginning is the first one, and the second one we see the repercussions of this mad scientist's decision.
BT dubs, there are 3 issues to this, so it's very easy read. It is pricier. It's $5.99,
yes,
right?
It is $5.99.
$5.99 for each issue, but it's only 3 issues. And can I get ahead of myself? And I would say it's completely worth it.
Oh, hands down.
So in terms of Tynion's writing, I really enjoyed this. It was, I just think it was such a good surprise not knowing anything about this comic. And the way I felt watching Mother is literally the way I felt reading this story. The way you feel in Mother is essentially an emotional roller coaster. And with Tynion's writing, it really does feel like my stomach started churning more and more as the story progressed. And yeah, it was just a complete surprise.
Yes, he creates this sense of safety. And you're like, oh, these people are going to find, an answer. They're going to be okay. But then you have to remember, it's a horror comic too. So, and then he just completely destroys all sense of safety.
Absolutely.
And you're just like, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was allowed.
Yeah, because I'm reading this and it did not feel like a horror comic. It didn't feel like a horror comic until literally the turning point of the plot. And that is just really good writing. It's, for me, this is huge, Jenna, because I don't freaking read. But it was mind expanding. That's probably how I would describe Tynion's writing style. Is completely thought provoking and mind expanding. Mm-hmm. And I even messaged you and I just said I felt sad.
It does. It makes you feel a little hopeless.
Hopeless. Just it's just so, it hits too close to home with society, how society is. And essentially, I think that's what made me sad. I could see that here,
yeah.
Gosh.
Speaking of hopeless, in terms of the characters, Tynion also writes them to where you just get to know them, you just get to be attached to them, and then he completely throws us, and you're just like, wait, but either you think that there's something that they're not, or he just, I don't want to give anything away.
However, there was no specific person that I wanted to root for. it was just a very gray area for me in terms of the characters as a whole. That might come from just being able to place myself in the shoes of each character, and there being such a moral gray area for every single side of this story. Like, that's how I felt.
Well, it's like real life, isn't it?
I know.
Everything's gray.
Everyone hates when I say
There's
that.
no clear hero.
No, there
here.
isn't.
And maybe that's where you're finding your
difficulty in...
Yes.
In attaching myself to somebody.
Right.
Because you could easily attach yourself to these Newmans as new humans. You could easily attach yourself to the scientist who saved the world. And then other characters, I don't want to mention them, that seem like they're also saving the world, but maybe they're also destroying it at the same time.
Right, that's what I mean by him setting up these characters, giving us something to invest in and get to know them, and then all of a sudden it's just like, whoa, that gray area comes up that you're speaking about. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think these are really good characters that he creates.
Yeah. Tynion is really good at time jumps. There's over 200 years in between certain points in time, or also I think that like 18 months or something, like just long periods of time, but the story just reads so well that it's fluid. It's completely fluid. The art took a backseat because of how amazing the story was, but overall I really enjoyed the art because it's my style of comic, which is the sketch style. So it might not be for someone who's into more of like the solid line, pop of color type of comic. So, but did you like it?
I liked it. I didn't notice anything that was like jarring or anything. I think it really, Donovan did a really good job of blending into the writing to where you weren't distracted by the art and you weren't like only holding on to the art.
Because they collaborated really well.
Yes. They had worked together before on two other dystopian type of...
apocalyptic type of stories, which I think this is like a third series for them. I think this might be like the last of the 3 that they wanted to do.
Okay.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. But if this really is the last of the 3 that they're doing in terms of this world, that makes me sad because I feel like it should continue.
It was just that good.
It really was. Like this
you can't say enough good things about it.
You really can't. You can't say enough great, awesome things. Like the color. The color was actually also really good for the story type as well. But Eryk with a Y, he did a great job as well as Tynion in their collaboration of not having this feel like a horror comic up until the point where the plot twist. And wow, it's like I'm saying the same thing, but that's how great their collaboration was. So there's so much detail in the horror portion of this. This is definitely an adult comic. It's...
Yes.
Because there really is so much detail that goes into the gore of it. Because it does get gory.
It gets graphic. And it's not even the type of graphic where it's like so much that's trying to shock you. Mm-hmm. It's just enough to move something in you.
Yeah.
Maybe a bowel movement.
I definitely wanted to shit myself after reading that.
It definitely has that horror element to it, that if that's the type of thing that you like, definitely pick up Eugenic.
If you like twists, pick up Eugenic.
If you like good writing, pick up Eugenic.
If you like great art, pick up Eugenic.
Bottom line.
I really hate giving you the satisfaction.
I knew you were going to like it. And I was going to make you read this because I knew you were going to like it. No matter how much you refuse, because I know you hate my taste in comics. Like, I'm like, she's going to miss out. Like, I wasn't even going to be spiteful. Be like, haha, you're not going to read this great piece of literature. Like,
and that's what it is. It's great. It's a great work of art. Just freaking read this, please. It's that good.
It definitely satiated all my needs for science fiction and horror in one comic, and I was very pleasantly surprised and overwhelmed with how how great this was. 8 out of 8 pizza slices, hands down. You're not gonna give it 8 out of 8.
7.5 out of 8.
Oh, please.
7.5 out of 8 because Jenna made me read it, and that's the only. If I had found
take it out on them.
If I had found this comic, it would have been an 8 out of 8.
What a hipster.
I'm not a hipster.
You are just mad because you found something cool. I found something cool before you did.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm going to say, oh, I liked it before you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just this overall passion for Eugenic. And we are going to be back. We promise. We're going to be back with more.
Actually, a lot of stuff that we want to show you guys.
Yeah, we've read a lot and just haven't reviewed it. So
the fall, we were just busy being fall people.
In the summer, we were busy being summer people. In the fall, we were busy being fall people. But in the winter, we're kind of homebodies, so...
Because we hate the winter.
Because we don't like being outside.
Northeast winter is the worst. Not that you care, but you probably live here, some of you.
Yeah, but since you guys will probably also be home, don't forget to subscribe and...
Hit that bell.
Comment. Oh, yes, hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Oh, we still have the bell.
We still have our
It's
bell.
not long.
And hit the bell. Please subscribe. Let us know if you read Eugenic and if there are any other series that you are super excited about that we should also read and review. What do we say, Jonah?
Let's start fire. Figuratively.
We did it! We did it! Yay! Lois Emos! We did it!
Keep going.